Hi folks, I'm military science fiction author H. Paul Honsinger, and this is Coffee or Beer or Coffee with the author. We're drinking beer tonight out here in rural Mojave County, Arizona. Moosehead, imported from the deep, dark, and mysterious land of Canada. Anyway, what I thought we would talk about tonight is an issue that people seem to bring up to me a lot when they're not talking about my hair, which for some reason is of intense fascination to many viewers, and that is the process of writing. People are continually asking me, what is my writing process? And I've been very reluctant to answer these questions, not because it's some deep, dark secret, which it is not, but because I think a lot of people who get this are simply going to try to emulate it slavishly, and when it doesn't work for them, they're going to think that they can't write. I know this because back before I started doing what I do now in terms of writing, many years ago I read books about how to write, and I sat down and tried to implement those methods and came up with absolutely nothing. My wife, who's a tremendously good writer, tried the same thing. She came up with nothing. My father, who is an excellent writer, did the same thing. He came up with nothing. And so what I'd like to talk to you today is the opposite of this issue. That is, that no one can tell you how to write. All these books that say you have to write an outline, all these books that say you have to spend time on detailed character sketches, well, maybe you do, and maybe you don't. But someone who says that you have to is full of it. I mean, literally full of it. No one knows how you have to write. No one knows how you can do your best work. If I were to sit down and write a book about how to write a good book, I could not write about how you write a good book. Now, I could write about how I write a book. I could write about how all these other authors write a book, but I could not write about how you write a book because I don't know that. Everybody has their own individual, separate writing process. You need to find what works for you. Get 20 books about how to write books. Look at all the methods. Try them all. Try something different. Mix and match. Experiment. But don't ever think that because someone else's method of writing books does not work for you, that you can't write. Because that's, pardon me, drinking beer here, simply not true. You have to experiment, you have to try different things, you have to find what works for you. And when you find it, stick with it. Seriously, stick with it, because you're going to produce something and you're going to put it out there, and then people are going to say, well, I've read this book and it's kind of disorganized. It would be better organized if this person wrote from an outline, or these characters aren't well developed. If this person worked from a character sketch, then this would be a better book. Baloney. If it works for you, use it. If it doesn't work for you, throw it away. Don't listen to anyone's advice about process unless it works for you, because you are the writer. Everybody is an individual. And here's another thing about writing. There are people out there who will tell you what you have to do in terms of how hard you work. Some people say that you have to write 20,000 words a week. Some people say you have to write 500 words a day. Some people say you have to write 1,000 words a day. I don't know how many words a day you're capable of writing. No one does. No one knows how many words a day are good for you. You could write 500 words that are good and 1,500 that are crap. What have you accomplished? Who knows? Again, try what works for you. Now, more is better. More is always better. If you can write 5,000 good words a day, then that's what you should be doing. Don't let someone who comes along and says, well, you really can't write more than 1,500 good words a day, because, hey, if you're writing 5,000 good words a day, keep on writing 5,000 good words a day. That just might mean you're a genius. Who knows? The point I'm trying to make here is that writing is an extremely individual process. It varies greatly from person to person. Why? Not just because we're individuals, but writing requires that you put something down on that page that originates from a place deep within inside you. It is a part of your spirit. It is a part of your soul. It is a part of the creative part of you. You are making something out of nothing. Don't ever forget that. You are making something out of nothing. That is a difficult thing to do. You are creating. Creation is difficult. You are giving something of yourself. And what you are in the deep insides of who you are is different from everyone else. So respect that individuality. Respect the differences that you have with other people. Respect that you are a unique, different person who is going to bring to writing your own unique, different process and your own unique, different method. Do what works for you. Ignore what does not work for you. Write like you are. That's basically all I have to say about that subject. I'll be back at some uncertain time in the future, and I look forward to speaking with all of you again. Thank you for being patient with me, and I wish all of you a good day.